well, I just told like people on Twitch, we're going to talk about, of course, the WWE SummerSlam results. We will talk about that. Of course, I will rate the pay per view as well. We'll do that. Of course, share my thoughts on it. Um, Plus, we're going to talk about some Bucks news. They did sign somebody to like a Zip 10 contract. So what I can do here is who the oops Bucks signed to an Exhibit 10 contract. Okay, yeah, that's got everything. So that's who I wanted to do. So we'll keep that on there. Plus, we will also talk about which we already know now, thanks to a certain team, the team that the Bucks would face in one of the preseason games. We know the day and the time, so we know about that. And let's see. Of course, we gotta look at Facebook, and I don't need that part. So so it'll be a big 2 day week for a certain person. Y'all probably already saw them appear in like certain areas, a certain area here. So we will talk about that. So yeah, we will talk about that. And plus, it's like if there's some interesting wrestling news that we're gonna talk about tonight, we will. Um, but I know, like first we're gonna talk about our scenarios, like things that you're gonna be going on with, what. Yeah, it's been like a summer of betrayals that's been going on. So this just makes it, interesting. Huh? Fireworks in August, ain't that the way to go? So y'all probably gonna hear me repeat the same thing to the pre-recorded episode of Aftermath because I'm gonna get started, recording here. So let's start. Okay, delete that. Okay, get off of that. That's deleted. Black Buddha, or wherever you said. Yeah, I'm also going to, have people, chatting on here. Like some of them will, talk about wrestling and basketball. I'm doing good, so thanks for asking. You're gonna have some people that's cool and like talk about, wrestling or basketball stuff. So wherever you got to talk about basketball wise and wrestling, just let me know. Um, like I said, we're about to get started on here, so you can just talk during the live and also during the pre-recorded episode of Aftermath. I will be reading that too. So thanks. So let's get to it. So let's see, three, two, one. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Aftermath. We're live on Twitch and we're also live on YouTube. And this is the pre-recorded episode that will be on YouTube as well. So as y'all probably see, like a couple of things that's like posted up here. So we're gonna talk about the results of WWE SummerSlam that happened yesterday. Of course, gonna talk about the player that the Bucks signed to a Exhibit 10 contract, and just talk about a little bit not about him, how he was in the summer league. So some of y'all probably know who the player is, some of y'all don't. So we will talk about all that. Plus, well, somebody has a big week, and like they have a not big week, but like big 2 days in Wisconsin. You already know they already went to a tear, and everybody is like split between this person because he's going to make his runs around Wisconsin the next 2 days, starting on Tuesday. So we will talk about that, and we will also see if there's like any wrestling news that's out there to talk about. We will talk about that. So, hey, thanks for that thought, because I would really like that on here, because some people will be just talking crazy. So thanks for the lookout. Um, so what we're going to talk about first is we're going to talk about yesterday's WWE SummerSlam. Everybody know. Thanks. Does everybody know? The results, of everything, and main event surprise and all that stuff. So I was kind of surprised with the first match that they started with you. Yeah, there's probably is a ghost behind me. It's probably my son. But anyways, you have the women's world championship match that happened first. So I'm surprised that did happen. I thought that was probably be the middle match, but I guess something. I know, but only said that because my son is dead, and I know he's with me in spirit. So if you see like this bracelet right here, got a picture of him, and he's always with me. So, but anyways, thanks for the thought. Um, Liv Morgan defended against Rhea Ripley, and it was a good match, but the ending kind of made it like a little bit more, you know, confusing. Like it's just like it's no, I was just laughing when somebody said that. So that's funny. That's funny. But it was like oh, I'm sorry for your loss. No, hopefully your baby is still around you in spirit. So hopefully, him or her stays around you in spirit. So, anyways, I appreciate that. Yeah. Anyways, so the ending, you saw the conclusion of the match that you have Dominic Mysterio. I guess he kind of like tossed in the chair and tried to try to distract the referee. Liv Morgan ended up doing oblivion on Rhea Ripley with the chair, and oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too in a bit with the injury of Jacob Fatu and a big return. We will talk about that in a bit, but with and then Liv pinned Rhea 1, 2, 3 after using her finishing move on the chair. So we was like kind of confused. It's like, was that an accident or was it on purpose? So we were just like, if the turn, thanks. Yeah, he is. But we was thinking about the turn that was going to happen, or is it going to happen, or is it? It didn't look that way. It was like all confused. It's like Dominic did smirk, but it was like okay. It was kind of confusing. Then until he went out to Liv. and end up, kissing her. Then he was like, okay, there's the turn. So that was interesting. And we will talk about something else that would happen later on as well that happened during another match. But yep, so tomorrow on Raw should be very interesting. It's like what's going to become a Dominic and Liv, and you know what the heck's going to happen. Uh, moving on from that match, although it was a crazy moment, yeah, yeah. Thanks for reminding them too. They gotta be nice. Um, Braun Breaker did defeated Sami Zayn, so lightning did not strike twice for Sami Zayn, and I think we all kind of knew that this was going to happen. So it's just like Sami Zayn got lucky at Money in the Bank and didn't get so lucky at this one. So congratulations to Braun Breaker, and it was cool that his dad, Rick Steiner, and his uncle Scott Steiner were there at the what they call it, the Hall of Fame suite or whatever. They was just cheering him on. So yeah, I'm glad that they showed up for that for his big moment. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, what's going on? uh, but yeah, it was a back and forth battle, so it was pretty good. Um, I think this match right here, this next match with LA Knight defeating Logan Paul, had like little bit surprises and stuff like that. With MGK being in Logan Paul's corner, so it's just like, where did that come from? But although he wasn't, okay, that's cool. You kind of spoiled like what we was gonna talk about later on, so everybody knows. But anyways, it wasn't that much, interference with Machine Gun Kelly. The only thing he probably did was just hand Logan Paul the brass knuckles. So yeah, and plus, oh yeah, while I was talking about that springboard moonsault from the ring to the outside, that was pretty good. Like we knew Logan Paul was good talent, but it's just like his schedule is like he should not have hold the United States title that long. But yeah, he did, and I guess the thing is now since LA Knight with his first championship in the WWE, I guess they're not counting. Yeah, I gotta catch up on some old school wrestling too, cause like we got somebody here too that's like really in like the old school wrestling. Yep, as he's waving his hand. But yeah, there's some of it that I gotta catch up on, and hopefully, I have the time. Probably sometime in the winter, since everybody wants to be in the house and don't want to go outside. But anyways, if you want to count the $1 million title for LA Knight, apparently this was supposed to be his first, singles title in WWE, but I don't know why they're not counting the $1 million title. But what more can you say? Um, Another great match, and I guess it's going to be leading for like what's next for Logan Paul. Like, what's he going to do next? Who knows? Um, this next match with Nia Jax defeating Bayley to win the WWE Women's Championship. Um, the match was good, but the only problem I had with this match was, the Tiffany Stratton interference. Uh, Nia Jax didn't need that. If you was going on the dominant road from your return all the way up to yesterday, and you needed assistance to beat Bayley, but it was that one thing that Bayley did, like kind of lift her up with the doing the power bomb on her, and Bayley showed what strength, and that's probably was like the oh my god moment of the night. yeah, we didn't know Bailey was that strong, and just to manage, keep Nia Jax up there and power bomber. Yeah, that's saying something. So that has to be like the OMG moment of the night. Uh, yeah, like I said, with a little bit of interference with Tiffany Stratton, like she acted like she was going to cash it in, but a little bit of distraction. So Bailey punched her and got herself distracted, and Nia Jax ended up finishing her off. So being queen in the ring and also winning the WWE Women's title. So this is Nia Jax's second title in WWE. If y'all don't remember, WrestleMania, I forgot which one. She beat Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title, and she really didn't have that short of a reign. So that's maybe this one will be good. So I wouldn't mind her holding it up to WrestleMania when somebody bigger and better like defeat her. Maybe they'll push up Jay Cargill. Who knows? Um, but moving on, this is the only match I got wrong, which was Drew McIntyre defeated CM Punk. And I like the bit that they did with it and saying like CM Punk screwed himself. Got a little bit over carried away with Seth Rollins was holding the bracelet, like he was kind of holding it for him, and CM Punk just got carried away, and Drew McIntyre like capitalized and beat him 1, 2, 3. I was saying this was going to be a match of the night, but I think like in the middle of this match, it got like slow paced it, and it just wasn't the fast paced enough. It was just like going a little bit slow. So yeah, it kind of sucks. So this was the match I was counting on to be like the match of the night, but that didn't end up happening for me. So it was a good match, but it's just like in the middle of it, it was just like slow pace. But I like the tribute they did with like Bret Hart and the Undertaker, and you know Seth Rollins doing like dressing kind of like how Shawn Michaels was in a way. But yeah, it was a good tribute to the 1997 SummerSlam. So and they had like special guest referee in the past, like you had I think it was JC Ventura, which he made an appearance this past Monday on Raw. So there was some other matches too. Like I think it was another one that God, I can't remember his name. That whole John Stewart. No, he interfered in that match. No, never mind. He wasn't a special guest referee. He just interfered. But I think he was a special guest referee. Like I think it was 2 years later. I'm not sure, but I could be wrong on that. Um, Anybody knows, look it up. I could be wrong about that one, but let me know when you find out. Um, Gunter defeating Damian Priest with interference from Finn Balor. So another Judgment Day member got screwed thanks to another Judgment Day member. So it was really brutal match, and I think this match should be. No, I'll say this would be the second match of the night if I had to do that. I would say this is really the second match of the night. Especially Gunter was taking those chops and like he was already bruised, like bleeding already. So it was just crazy. Um, like Damian Priest, of course, hold his own and did good for himself too. But yeah, Finn Balor cost him the match, and Gunter now new world heavyweight champion, and we'll see how this goes. So maybe Damian Priest will get his rematch and stuff. And like the question is, what's going to happen with Judgment Day? Are they going to be like fully split? And because they cost Rhea Ripley the world title for the women, and then now Finn Balor cost Damian Priest the world title for the men. So tomorrow will be interesting to see on Raw. But yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. I didn't know they was going to actually, try to split them up, but I kind of figured Dominic Mysterio was going to betray Rhea Ripley, but I thought that was it. But I didn't think the WFSO was like going to happen with Damian Priest. But yeah, it did happen. Undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes defending against Solo Sikoa in Bloodline Rules. Um, yeah, they kind of threw everything. They had return of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton trying to help out, and what the Bloodline was like trying to go in and interfere, like Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. I got to get that name right. Oh, I'm sorry if it's like it was bad for you to think about your son. I wasn't trying to like make it like that way, but I apologize if I was at fault. But so Kevin and Randy did their business with Tema and Tonga. Oh, I'm sorry about your dad too. Um, like Rose was like about to, Cody Rose was about to finish off Solo Sikoa, then out of nowhere, Jacob Fatu. Like he did his damage on Cody Rhodes until he jumped off of the rope onto the commentator's table and hitting his shin, well his ankle, and yeah, just all the ways like to wrestle. Yeah, yeah. Um, that too. Yep, he delivered cross splash, ended up hurting his ankle, and Rose did kick out of the pin, and suddenly Roman Reigns came back. So that was like the biggest return. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it kind of hits me every day about that. But I know my son is with me in spirit, and we do like a what they call that? That non see, I can't even remember things now. That's just sad. A nonprofit, yeah, it was a nonprofit we doing called Maddie's Memory. So if you get a chance, just check out Maddie's Memory. I think it's .org, I believe. So you get a chance, check that website out. And my wife runs it, and I help out whenever I can, and that's why I'm like busy with this and also with Maddie's Memory. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, Roman Reigns came out, and of course we kind of expected that he was gonna come out, but the shirt he was wearing is like OTC. We was thinking like, wait a minute, what is OTC? Because I was stuck on that for a minute. Then it just hit me. It's like, oh wow, original tribal chief. That makes the shirt makes sense. So I think the shirt was in a way kind of gave it away and figure out like what he was going to do, and he did. He ended up fighting Solo Sikoa, speared him, and left. I think he speared him once or speared him twice. I'm not sure. I think it was once or twice. Then Cody Rhodes got up, did a crossroads. I think he did it like twice, I believe, or three times. I'm not sure. Pin Solo 1, 2, 3, and that was it. So what a way for Roman to end up helping out an unlikely foe with Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes did retain. So it could be like a scenario. You know what? I'm going to handle my family business first for Roman. Then he's going to go back and claim what's his, the WWE title. So that's probably what's going to happen. So we will see. But yeah, this morning somebody took a picture with Jacob Fatu, and he had like a boot on. And so hopefully, it maybe it's not too serious. Maybe he just needs to heal and take some time. So hopefully it's not nothing serious, but I think they probably going to look at it probably this week, and we'll see if he's going to make an appearance on SmackDown or just make it like appearances until he's back. But yeah, we know accidents happen and out of our control, and it just happens that way. Otherwise, a good SummerSlam, and I'm gonna grade it, and I'm gonna rate it too. So from 1 out of 10 for the rating of it, um, if it wasn't for that confusion ending and like other things that I was explaining, I give it a 9.5 for SummerSlam. So yeah, give it a 9.5. And for the grading, I give it an A. Not it could have been an A plus, but I'm just gonna give it an A. So the rating is a 9 out of 10, and the grade would be an A. I think I never put like a WWE PLE event at an A. It was always like around a B or B minus or something like that. Because hey, it's a long time I ever gave it an A. I don't know if I did it for WrestleMania. I think I gave it a B plus for WrestleMania. I may have, but I gotta look back at that. But overall, good SummerSlam. Maybe I probably would have rated it last year, but then again, I was in Detroit for that one, and we kind of saw some things too. Like before we move on, I'm going to talk about difference between sound effects and TV and sound and stuff that's happening while you're there. Um, they said they heard a lot of like my wife and my roommate. They said they heard a lot of cheering and stuff during the Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler match. Um, well, the truth of the matter was, it was nothing but crickets. Like you probably had like a few people like down there in the front row, whoever talking, but you didn't hear any of them like cheering or anything like that. So it was actually like dead silence. And I think that's probably happened with some of the things too, where they doing like they was now cheering for Gunter, and it's like a mix of booing, then cheering, then yeah, it was some other stuff in WWE's end they're doing that. So my thing is leave the audience control alone and let them cheer who they want to cheer, boo who they want to boo. As long as they give like that wrestler a reaction, he's good. He or she is good. But that's just my thing. But that's it for talk about WWE SummerSlam, and hope y'all like the grade I did. So if y'all have a different grade for the SummerSlam, comment below, let me know, and I will read it out to everybody. And yeah, just what you think about SummerSlam, like grade it, rated it, or if you have a different rating for it or a different grade for it, let me know. But we're gonna conclude that, and we're gonna move on to like a little bit of Bucks talk. So I mentioned this yesterday because I couldn't remember the player's name. I know his last name was like Austin, but I just couldn't like remember his name. It was Philip Austin signed an Exhibit 10 contract for the Milwaukee Bucks. So which means like he's probably most likely going to be going playing in the G League. And it was that last final game of the summer league. He did very, very good. And I forgot how tall he is too. So look at that in a minute. Let me see. He went on drafted out of Loyola Chicago after averaging a little over 12 points a game, nearly 5 rebounds as a senior in 29 games with them. He spent the last 2 seasons with Loyola after playing 3 years in California, PA. Oh, it's probably Pennsylvania, so that's kind of weird. Um, Oh, he did appear in 3 games in summer league. But I just remember the one that he did. That he did actually not that bad. Let's see, on average 5 points a game, 2 rebounds with 12 minutes per game. Yeah, the final game. Yeah, he had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. The Bucks have virtual full roster with 14 players holding guaranteed contract, plus Andre Jackson on a partial guaranteed deal, and they don't have any two-way spots available because they fill all 3 of them. So it's like the Exhibit 10 deal provides Philip an opportunity to earn a bonus up to 77.5K if he spends at least 60 days with the Bucks G League. And I think he will. I think they will use him. So let me look for more information about this guy because I think this guy is like, oh, 6'6". Okay. I thought he was taller than that. So probably a person that can play like combo forward, but actually like mainly he's like a small forward. So let's see. They do got his stats, but they got his stats from last season. Um 29 games, 12.6 per game. Well, almost 13 again, I should say. Almost 5 rebounds, nearly 1 assist, 45% from the field, but 25% from three. Free throws is kind of bad too, like nearly 64%. Um, Efficient field goals is 48.1%. His PER is 15.2, and WS is 1.7, so nearly 2. His whole career in college is almost 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, nearly 1 assist, 46% from the field, 30, nearly 33% from three, almost 67% from the free throw, and his efficient field goal is like nearly 50%. Total PER is 18.2, and his WS is 4.3. So yeah, I thought the guy was taller than that. So although he's kind of like a big body guy, but I thought he was 6'9" or something like that. But yeah, 6'6", 225. So that's interesting. And before we move on, um, excuse me. We know one of the games that the Bucks is going to have in the preseason, thanks to the Chicago Bulls, because I think it was either today or yesterday they released their preseason schedule, and they facing the Bucks here at the Pfizer Forum on October 14th. So for us here and people that that's baby loss and stuff like that, um, the next day on the 15th is like kind of like a wave of light. Just say it's the wave of life. So it's like pregnancy infant loss day as well. And what some people do is like around 7 p.m. or wherever time zone you in, you light a candle for an hour for the babies that has been lost, stillborn or just lost in general. What we do down here in Milwaukee, we've been doing this for like a few years now, but we've been doing being at the wave of light, just being at some like areas and stuff like that. Because first off, we started out being at the park in Shorewood. So yeah, um, we like light a candle and like just sit there and put like ribbons around the bench in Shorewood. We do that, and after the hour, we just leave. So just doing it for the babies that's been lost and stuff like that. Um, what we did for the past few years, we try to raise money for for the home bridge that we got here that light up pink and blue. So we were able to do that for the past few years, and we're doing it again this year because we managed to, raise the funds early. So the wife's happy for that, and I'm happy about that as well. And yeah, we've been doing it, for a couple of years, and hopefully we're going to continue doing this. And General Hospital shooting suspect died. Shooting suspect. The guy that acted on General Hospital died. That sucks. Um, but anyways, so we do this at the home bridge, and everybody looks at it or get to see it, and we get like other buildings like the Fisner Hotel. If y'all are familiar with that, that's kind of like one of the older hotels that we have here in the city. We have the domes light up pink and blue. We also have it ain't the Wisconsin Center, it's the Baird Center light up pink and blue. They couldn't do it last year because of construction of the extension. So they couldn't do it last year because of that. The hotel we be staying at did pink and blue as well. Although, the lights were not the color, but it ended up combining as pink and blue. So they managed to do that. So that's pretty cool. There are more people that are going to light up like pink and blue as well. I can't remember them by hand, but I know Hazel knows about it. So if you want more information on that, and also come up to the October 15th, the home bridge lighting. It's 800 South Water Street in Milwaukee. And if you want to know information, go to your Facebook page and look for Maddie's Memory. Like all that information and stuff will be on there as well. So y'all get a chance, please check it out. So as y'all know, they signed like a center. Adrius. I can't even remember his last name. So, but yeah. Ooh, raspberry cheesecake. August. Oh, from now through Tuesday. It's from now through Tuesday. Gotta remember that. But yeah, they signed this center that is 7'2", and y'all probably seen in like maybe the past video that I did last week that they let go of Jalen Galloway, so he's going back to I think it was France or something like that, so he can play in France for their season, whatever. So he did that, and as for the guy that's Lorraine, I think what he is, um, he played like 2 seasons for the Wizards, and then went back overseas and played there. And Bucks, signed him to a 2-way contract, and yeah, good thing they got some size. He's a 7'2" guy. He looked like he's good in the post, can shoot the three. Little bit okay on defense, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and plus, like I said, October 14th, like Chicago plays Milwaukee at the Fiserv Forum. That's a 7 p.m. game. So hopefully, within the next week or two, the Bucks will announce their full preseason schedule, and probably a couple of weeks. Probably not like this week, but maybe sometime late next week they'll announce like the full schedule. So hopefully that happens. As I gotta run to the bathroom, and I will be right back. So talk some on yourself, and I will be right back. Okay. I am back. So I apologize about that, guys. I like that rock paper scissors. That's funny. Okay, so the other thing we're going to talk about, of course, is because I know everybody saw at the RNC with K's, of course, Hulk Hogan, showing his support from Trump, and it got mixed reactions. Well, like some of the stuff that Hogan did already that some people just can't forgive, which is their opinion, and they are allowed to do that, and I don't understand it because I ain't like it either. Compared to certain like road agents and writers that got away with the N word, Michael Hayes, and still works for the company. So yeah, it's like a double-edged sword, and so that kind of sucks. So anyways, as y'all see on the pre-show on the screen right here, and I'm going to tell you guys right now that's watching live, um, Hulk Hogan will be in Wisconsin again, but not in Milwaukee this time. He will be at a few places. And I know I got to update that tonight because I didn't know there was more than just one like two appearances. It ended up being 5 appearances that he's going to be doing Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's start with Tuesday. So he's going to be at the Pewaukee Walmart in Pewaukee from 3 to 4, promoting his beer brand. That's all he's doing, just promoting his beer brand. So, but what I'll talk about is like something else in a minute. But Beta Freeze Lake Pub in Hubris, Wisconsin, from 5 to 6. That's like outside of Mimoni Falls. So for here is another county. Same thing with Pewaukee. It's in Waukesha County, so up here. Walmart in Fond du Lac, 377 North Roland Meadows Drive in Fond du Lac. We actually been to that one before because it's like after pay-per-view, like on a Sunday, sometimes we drive up to like Fond du Lac Walmart and just look around and buy some stuff. So we used to do that like almost like every pay-per-view or PLE event, wherever you want to call it. Okay, after that on Wednesday, from being in Fond du Lac, he's gonna be in Appleton. Okay, I'm sorry, but the Walmart Fond du Lac, he'll be there from 11 to 12. Walmart in Appleton, 3701 East Cabolet Street. He'll be there from 1 to 2. And the final one is Game Day Sports Bar in Appleton, Wisconsin, as well, from 5:30 to 6:30. So I just posted on there, just letting y'all know because I know some people don't like Hulk Hogan, and he is like the biggest star in the 80s and 90s. So I respect him for that and helping with my childhood. Like he's like one of the first people I saw like in wrestling, and that's kind of like my childhood here. Yeah, my dad had got me into watching wrestling, and Hulk Hogan appeared. So yeah, why not? So I know some people, like I told some people, and I know it's like going to be getting a little bit political what I'm about to say, but it's like some people that are big wrestling fans actually passed on not going to see him, which I understand because their own beliefs. They don't like his beliefs, especially the stuff that he was saying at the RNC in Milwaukee. Well, here in Milwaukee, I should say. They didn't like that. Like I said, I agree with them. Like I didn't like it either. But it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Although he's not signing, he's just taking pictures. Like, why not take a picture with him? That'd be like one of the things, like out of my bucket list to take a picture with him. That's the one thing I gotta do. Like, if I like took pictures already of him, it was like, back in the past, if I would have done that, I would have just said no, I'm not gonna do it after all that. But it's a once in a lifetime, and because I talked to my wife about this, like, will it be silly or stupid of me, like trying to get an opportunity to take a photo with him? So yeah, probably our roommate probably gonna end up trying this beer. I don't drink anyway because it's been a little bit over 13 years since I've been sober. So I'm proud of myself for that. So this past month was like the 13-year mark for me being sober. So I'm happy with that accomplishment. But I don't drink alcohol. Like if it's like a non-alcoholic beer, that's one thing. But if it's like something with alcohol, I'm not touching it. Just put it that way. So some of these places is like they actually gotta have like non-alcoholic beers. Miller does. Um, I think Budweiser does. Coolers does, and Heineken, which is not that bad, have a non-alcoholic drink. Yeah, so every now and then I just have like a non-alcoholic drink. So yeah, I'm proud of that. Um, so yeah, I think I'm going to see Hulk Hogan this Tuesday, regardless of my opinions about him and things like that, because it's like a one for the lifetime thing. So I just can't pass it up. So I know some people ain't gonna like it, but you know what? Like I said, once in a lifetime, I cannot pass that up. So that'd be it for that. And let's see. We're gonna look and see if there's interesting news before we go off the air here. Let's see. I think SmackDown should stay on Fridays, not change nights. That'd be, really a complete disaster. And plus, they already got SmackDown scheduled on Fridays after they moved to, USA to September, or next month, I should say. And they're already scheduled, to be here on November 15th, which is a Friday for SmackDown. Um, I'm just seeing if there's any news that'd be interesting to talk about. If it ain't, we're gonna end it from here. If y'all got any, like last minute words like to talk about what you like, would know what's going on in wrestling wise, and of course with AEW, which how many push-ups? I'm gonna answer that because I only can do 10, and plus, like I'm strong, but like my upper body is not. So I think I just got strong legs and strong arms, but not like a strong body as I need to be. Not a strong upper body, I should say. So yeah, something I gotta work on. But anyways, I know that was a silly question, but it was just that one I just had to answer. Um, Everybody thought Brock was gonna return with Roman Reigns, so we kind of know it was ridiculous. They just done. Oh yeah, he is a legend. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Yeah, it's been that long, so yeah, I'm glad I got to rest up and not rest up, but like meet him and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm in having the privilege to meet Bray Wyatt, and was a nice guy. I met him twice, but only got a picture with him once. But yeah, he was cool. Yeah, we gotta start somewhere. You're right. You're right. Um, let's see. Yeah, Triple H did mention something about maybe Stephanie McMahon, like what future she would have with the company. Um, oh, I'm sorry. But if you meet like Eric Rowan or Braun Strowman, they will have stories about him, and there are some interesting stories. So you get a chance to meet Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan, which I did meet Eric Rowan, but never got a picture with him. I did meet Braun Strowman and got a picture with him, but then again, he lives here in Wisconsin. So yeah. So y'all get an opportunity to talk to like Braun Strowman about him or Eric Rowan. Just some interesting stories. Just say that. Um, but yeah, with Stephanie McMahon, right now they said like I think she's just better off as being a fan. Right now, she's just a fan of the business, and she's not going to step back in with WWE anytime soon. But as y'all saw on a picture earlier this week, Shane McMahon is actually talking with Tony Khan about AEW. So this was mentioned. So I don't know how true it is. So y'all can take this to a grain of salt. But people was thinking that maybe Shane McMahon maybe invest with AEW, but he did try to return to WWE and they deny him. So I just thought that was just kind of weird. Wherever happened to Ahmed Johnson? He's still alive. It's just like if y'all know like a little bit of his backstory, which they did talk about it. I forgot where they talked about it, but they did talk about it. But he was like good in shape in the beginning and stuff like that, but it's just like he was just constantly gaining weight. Like it happens with that with some people. It happens with that with me. Like I'm trying to lose the weight I have right now. But yeah, like he looks unrecognizable. Like I do got him on Facebook as his real name. But yeah, he would be another person I would like to meet because he was another inspiration, like the first African American and Continental Champion. So yeah, that's the inspiration. But drama always happens in politics, happens in the wrestling business. Just gotta hate it. But yeah, but Ahmed Johnson's still around, but yeah, he is bigger than what he used to look. I think he's even bigger than me. Maybe way more than like maybe 400 pounds. So, oh yeah, he was great. You're right. He was great. It was like one of my favorites on there too. He's probably be on my top 5 wrestlers of all time. I know it's not saying much for some people, but yeah, he was my top 5. Because you get to look at this person like you got a person that looks like me, well, skin color like me, that had this accomplishment and maybe can go to bigger and better things. You either become a fan of or you be inspired by. So yeah, he inspired me. Um let's see. So most likely with Stephanie McMahon, she's just not gonna join the business anytime soon. So but she likes, visiting like the wrestlers she knows and stuff like that and backstage and stuff in WWE. So yeah, it'd be cool, always want him to beat The Rock. Yeah, they did have a few matches. And I'm trying to think. I don't know who won. I think was like disqualification and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Um, let's see what else. Um, if stealing was considered as legal, what's the first thing you would steal? The WWE championship belt, the current one. That'd be the one I would like to steal if I could. I know some people probably would say money. For me, it'll be money second and that WWE championship first. But I guess that's just me. Um, but yeah, it really ain't much to talk about. What are we learning from this? What about this is actual entertainment? Cool. I'm glad you think so. I'm gonna get out of here, and because there's really ain't that much to talk about, but if I had like things to talk about during the week, I will mention it or put like a little bit of movie and stuff. what I'm talking about is there not being anything worth watching. You literally gain nothing from. Oh, yeah, I used to wrestle. I trained, but not never been in the wrestling ring. But I just trained, but that's pretty much it. So I just never been wrestling, but just trained. Yeah, I did that. So anyways, Mr. Negative Walker Vidor 24 or whoever you are, if you ain't interested by this content, then why you here? But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here anyway. Thank you guys that's on Twitch for watching. Please, follow us on here. We will have like more things to talk about. So hopefully, you join us in the upcoming days. We'll find some things to talk about and probably bring the return of After Dark. So there's probably gonna be something to talk about, especially stuff that's going on this week with WWE and also with AEW and TNA as well. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Also for you guys on YouTube, either you're watching live or watching pre-recorded broadcasts. Please like. Thanks for the likes, guys. Also subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel more. And as for people that have been loyalty for like over 15 years, I appreciate it and thank you for being like loyal subscribers. Um, there was one thing I wanted to add too, but oh, you have a good night as well. But like I said, please like and subscribe, and also, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. From yesterday's video that we did a live party watch for watching WWE SummerSlam, since it seems like we did get a lot of views, like over 400 views for that. We will do more of the watch parties. I'm trying to think what's the next pay-per-view that is up. Emergence TNA is end of the month, and I think the next closest one will be. I think it's no, not TN. Is either TNA's or is AEW? It's one of them. So let me go to no all. www.tna wrestling, because one of them is first. Like I said, I apologize for keeping y'all here. Don't even know I was signed up by now. August 25th. Okay, that's all in. Okay, all ins is Sunday, August 25th. And TNA's, I know it's Emergence. That's their next pay per view. But I'm trying to think. Let's see, events and tickets. Okay, it's Saturday, August. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, Friday, August 30th. So it's the day before WWE's other pay per view, Bash in Berlin. So it's gonna be like back to back PLE or pay per view events, like wherever you want to call them, with TNA and WWE. I think September 1st will be NXT's pay per view, well PLE event too. So getting TNA and WWE for like 3 days on that. But the next one will probably be all in. So hopefully we'll do a live video and hopefully the feed that I'm watching it through will work. But we will see. Anyways, thank our sponsors, Art from the Heart. Check them out if you're interested in drones for like they did some good drones on wrestlers, so you get a chance, check that out. Or you're interested in something that's in from a comic book or like cartoons or anything like that, they'll be willing to do it for you at a good price. So check them out, Art from the Heart. They are on Facebook, so look for them there. And Toy Dimension, if you're in Milwaukee check or you on Facebook, check them out. Just look for Toy Dimension on Facebook. And if you're in Milwaukee area, they have like figures of wrestlers, figures from the comic books. Also, they had comic books, and also they got a big Star Wars collection. So if y'all like a Star Wars fan or anything like that, I know my wife is, but get a chance, check that out. It's 5925 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. So get a chance, check that out. And I know I gotta next week. I know I gotta go over there and talk to them about some other stuff in the near future because we did recently had like a meet and greet with Bushwhacker Luke. So yeah, that happened. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back on here next week. Hopefully, there's going to be some, a lot of stuff to talk about. Maybe talk about what's going on this week with Raw and SmackDown and AEW and TNA. And I know I got to catch up on my NWA stuff too. So try to do that. Oh, do you collect action figures? Uh, yes and no. Um, yes, because there ain't that many that I collect, and no, because I collect, wrestling Funko Pops or just any interest in Funko Pops. I collect those. So, like on one wall, you got like a little bit of Marvel, a little bit of DC, and some, personal stuff. A little bit of Star Wars stuff too. So, got that. That's combined collections from me, my roommate, and my wife. And y'all can see it a little bit, but I can show y'all, and y'all can probably see it too. That if y'all can see, like right, right there, it's mainly like WWE Funko Pops, um, some stuff I collect from the Brewers and Bucks, and you got a couple of Giannis's Funko Pops, Kristen Yelich, Aaron Rodgers when they won the Super Bowl in 2011, and Vince Lombardi. They all up there. So I am collecting more, but I'm going to do it like very slowly. Probably starting next month, I may collect a little bit more. Like end up I may go to Toy Dimension because they get sell Funko Pops too. So I might go there for a collection on that. So for the like action figures, yes and no. Just keep it that way. But once again, thanks for watching. Should be back on here next week, or if something else comes up, I will be on here. But until then, you guys have a good night. And if you're watching pre-recorded, have a good day. Have a good night whenever time you're watching. So until the next video, y'all have a good one. Peace out.